in the same page, and go to external link. Okay, this part is done. So now look at a few things today in HTML. So what we do is, so we'll discuss today is tables. Tables really important. So tables we discuss, and then let's discuss about section, article tags, and all you can discuss. Give me a minute. What is the concept spending? 1 minute. HTML, forms, field set, and all we'll discuss, and then let's see the HTML5 part. Okay, so we'll discuss about the forms. Okay, yeah, let's look at the table. So for table, table very well known, like you can display data into like rows and columns. So there are multiple tags will be there, like table tag. Okay, table is a root tag. So under the table, you have two parts, same like HTML, the header part of the table, body part of the table. So that is T head is for representing the head section, and T body is representing the body section of a table. Okay. These two are optional actually. You can mention, if you don't mention also, you get the table. And here, if you want to represent the individual row, there's a table row, rows and columns, so table row. And then only in the table header, for each cell, it is TH table header, and each table data, right, in the table body, mostly TD. Okay, and few important attributes are there, something like row span and call span. That's it. Nothing much in table. Okay, so let's start with the table. So for time, and also you won't get any styles for a table. You have to depend on CSS. Okay, you won't get any style. You only get the content. No lines, nothing. Okay, let me tell you. Where are we? Oh, this is WebStorm. But you don't know WebStorm now. WebStorm, right? Directly you can say new HTML. You can directly give a name of the HTML. Okay, so let's close this. Then I go with the existing, at least for HTML, VS Code. Copy the path. Okay, yeah, this is the one, right? Yeah. So I close all. Yeah. So let me create one HTML file here. So 09 hyphen HTML hyphen tables dot HTML. Okay. Exclamation tab. Let's say HTML tables. Okay. So let me open this with live server. Okay, empty. And I got the title. And 1 second, we don't need all these softwares. Okay, so here, first thing is table. Okay, so within the table, you have T head and a T body. T body. So T head, T body. You can't get anything here as of now. So T head, T body. T head is something like, if you look at some table, if I say HTML table, some images. Yeah, see here, you have heading and body, right? So this heading is there now. This is table header and this is table body, T body. Okay, so now in T head, I have one row, that is table row. Okay, one row. In that columns, right? So column is nothing but the each cell you represent with TD. So TD, let's take some serial number. So serial number, you got serial number. Okay, you won't get any border. Actually, there is one deprecate attribute we can use for border, but in real time, don't use this one. So border 2 I give. Yeah, you get some one cell has come. Okay, in the table header. So likewise, I need to give multiple. So TD, name, one more TD, like company, skills, experience. Okay. See, I got a few cells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cells I got. Okay. So here no column concept. Okay. Row, in that row, how many column? Like column only, that's called as actually individual cell, that is CD. Okay. There is no column kind of. Okay. And this is T head. The heading part is done. Let's take about this body part. Okay. So body part is inside T body. You make table row, like one more row. In that is cell, like just create a row, each cell. Each cell here is, I made a mistake. In table header is TH. Okay. So wherever you have, it's not TD. That's what I'm looking. It should come in like bold text. It was not. Hardly difference is bold. See, it was now coming as bold. The difference between TH and TD is TH hardly you get the bold text. Using CSS, you can convert to normal text or bold text, whatever you want. So by default, HTML TH comes in bold, TD comes in normal text. Okay, just to represent here is a header and this is normal data like that. Okay, so in table body, let's take TD. So you have to map the exact column names here. Okay, so this is one row, this is one row, right? Same row heading, serial number and all, right? Same row, first column. So like first cell in this place. So what was that earlier heading? One, serial number one. You got exactly one under the serial number. Next, let's take another TD. So name, what is the name? Let's say Rajan. See, you got Rajan under the name. So you have to follow exactly the same, like what do you call, the same order. So another TD, every cell you have to write the TD. So without TD, if you write something, right? I say, for example, company as it is I written. If I write company except TD, that goes and adds somewhere at the top of your table. See, this is something ugly, right? So you have to write everything inside a TD, right? It's a part of table. So company HCL Technologies. Okay. So yeah, HCL Technologies, and then under TD. So T body don't write TH. Okay. T body mostly TD only. Hardly what makes a difference is normal text, not bold text. So you write heading as a bold text to represent it as a heading, but generally table body always TD. Okay. So skills, Java and Spring Boot. TD experience. So 3 years. Okay. So I save. Look at, yeah, see exactly I got a table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you wish to have another row. You wish to have another row. So this TR is there, na? This represent one row and each cell, 5 cells. So I copy this TR and I paste TR again. So this is representing the another row. Look at, see another row. If you want to have another row again, copy this and paste it so that you get one more row. So likewise each row. Yeah, good question. Someone asked if there are some 1,000 rows, so we have to type all these things. Yeah, I'll tell you. This is HTML, right? HTML is something called a static language. So static, you have to write tr if you want to represent only in HTML. I mean to say no JavaScript, only HTML on using CSS. Both are static language. So you must, if you want to display 1,000 lines only pure HTML, you have to write 1,000 tr. Yes, you have to write. But in application wise, when you see the real application, then you can't write these many tr. You know what? Using JavaScript, you write some for loop. Okay, so like for example, you have an array of data like 1,000 elements are there in the array. So you loop through the array for loop. So for each element, you construct the tr dynamically. So that's where dynamic things will come. Even React, Angular, and all. Yes, we can use loop. So, but here no looping, right? In tags wise, so you must have to write the tr. Okay, so we are just seeing the static structure, and down the line we can see multiple table structure. In CSS we get the table concept, like adding multiple styles for the table, and JavaScript we can dynamically project the table, and we'll make search in the table like that. Okay, so based on search we'll form a table details like that. So dynamically we'll see. Okay, in Bootstrap table also different. Okay, if row have multiple values, if row have multiple values, multiple columns, right? Multiple cells like this, td like this. Okay, so now, yeah, it's very basic table. And also one more thing I tell you, I have used one deprecated attribute called border. So near in real time, never ever use this because it is deprecated. Get the red color now. So I delete this. Without any border, I just given table structure like regular HTML. I got like this table. So this is the table representation of default HTML style. Okay. So, but if you don't like this, you can need to apply the styles using CSS. Okay. So only one way adding styles to the HTML is CSS only. So we know some CSS. So let's add some style, table tag, table tag. Let's give some background color, some light gray color. Okay, that's a table. Let's keep the text center because heading somewhere, and okay, let's do one thing. So table header and TD. Okay, let's give some background color, black. Oh, okay, let's say something called dark gray color. Okay, that's fine. And you know what? Your table has, yeah, I'll tell you that. See, this is table. Now this table has occupied somewhere on the corner, okay? Like this one. Sometimes what happen, your table has occupied the full screen width. Okay, so that time what you do for table width 100 percentage you give. If I give 100 percentage, then your table becomes like stretch to the entire screen, and it is completely responsive. Whenever you give percentage value, it is responsive. Okay, yeah, so by default your table will string to the number of columns. You can expand like this. And if you look at again, heading is center and remaining data is left. So you want everything center. I think for table itself, you say text align center. So everything comes center. And you want to change the font. I say the font family, Arial, sans serif. Okay, font change. And still you want to increase some space inside. That's the padding, right? So let me add here some padding, padding some 10 pixel. I wanted to add very few styles because I wanted you to understand HTML first. Okay, not the CSS. We are not adding more styles to this because we just wanted to showcase some basic style. Okay, not much. We start with CSS, then we'll do much styles. Okay, body one color, header one color, like each hover one color, like that. We can do something more styles. Okay, yeah, this is how generally table looks like. So hardly what you will have is um, like you can combine. Sometimes what happen, rows can be combined, columns can be combined. Like, so here actually, I think let me keep here. Yeah. So here actually what happened, these two, right? You can combine two columns together or two rows together. So to want to combine two columns, you have to use a option called span, call span attribute. You want to like this call span, you want to club two or more columns, row span to club two or more rows. But remember, row is nothing but table row, and call span is to use either th or td, because in the header th is the column and in table body td is the column and tr is the row, like both header and body. So let me do one thing. I want to combine the skills and experience together. Skill and experience together. So what would I do? And you should be very careful while doing this. Okay, clubbing and all. See here. How many number of TH are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 TH are there. It means you have 5 columns. Now you want to club the 2. It means it'll become 4 only, right? So 1, 2, 3 and 4 only contains 2. So I delete the last one. What happened? I got only skills and this was removed now. So this to stretch to the next column also. So what you do here for the TH call span of 2. So it is span of 2 columns. So it is spread across for the 2 columns. Okay. Yeah. So it's not just skills. So skills and experience. So like this. Okay. Skills and experience. It is spread to 2 columns. So like how I write data then. You have to count in this way only. So 1, 2, 3. This is plus 2. 3 plus 2, 5. So this should be exactly 5. Okay, then only it will work because the next row onwards, it's not combination. If you give a combination here also, it looks like one single column only, not 2 columns, right? So you have to maintain that way. Sir, what if I don't mention TD then? Sir, here only one TH, 1, 2, 3, 4 TH only. I made 4 TD only. Then you get the error. See, something was missing here. So why something missing means this one has spread across for 2 column length. Okay, so you made only this TD, this one column. If you make this as call span of 2, now it will spread, like it will map. If I make all, then it looks like a single column. Okay, so you should be careful with that. So I make 5, then individual column it across 5. Okay, and you can't make 6 also. It will add extra column and this is less than that. Okay, that way you have to map. Simple now. 1, 2, 3 plus 2. If it is just 1, then only count TH and map with the TD. And one more thing, this is columns map. Rows also you can map. Sometimes what happen, collection of rows together into one row. Like instead of 1, 1, 1, you make all these 3 into one single box, only one. But this is slight complex to understand. See here. You know what? Where is this one, this one, this one? Actually, when you club columns, it is just here you manage. But here, na, one row, second row, third row. You know what? One row is here, second row is here, third row is here. So I want to club this one, this one, this one together. Then how will we do? So one thing is here for TD row span of 2. If I say row span of 2, what happened? So in the first table row, this is occupying as a row. This is the heading, like this is the first element of this row, and also not required this one, because this itself has count as a first element of this row also, because row span 2. Okay, so here is one, and before also one more will come. Okay, you can look like this one. Okay, because in the second row I have not mentioned serial number, but still you got it because this has been spread across for that. Okay, and you want to spread for this guy also, then do one thing, you can delete that one, you make this as 3. Okay, mostly in real time you don't have like this, because the count of numbers will be like count of rows will be like it can be not fixed, no. So maybe some columns you can map like that, but I can't see this type of like tables in real time as far I know, because they want to have individual row, individual ID will be there. Okay, so that way. And also they won't make a complex, some people will explain like complex table contains some data, but real time you never ever find a complex data. Like for example, you do some, okay, I'll give some real time data. So okay, bus booking, red bus is there now. So when you book for the bus, so I'm leaving from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Okay, so date of journey. What is today? Hey, today, Children's Day. Okay, search. So if I search, see this is table only. Do you see any complex data here? No, hardly you can find some button. See, just one row, this one row, like that. See, and you have the column names are written here. This is all full of CSS and JavaScript, like filtering and all the things. Okay, so hardly you never find mostly the complex kind of structure, call span, row spans, and all, but hardly the basic table will be there. Okay, so don't worry much about that. So going forward, we get multiple tables. So don't only just think for the table now. Okay. So I think if you know about these things, more than enough. So when you start with JavaScript, I tell you like how can you dynamically loop through the array of content and display. So before that, you should know array and all. So I'll take care of that in JavaScript. Okay. So apart from that, the next concept is something called forms. See, till now we have understand multiple tags, right? So what tags we understand like paragraph, div tag, list, image, span, links, tables. So these all part of showing data to the client, like just showing data to the client. I mean, I want to show you like paragraph, image, uh, like span tag, content, a table, image, like that. This is all data showing from website perspective to the end user. So website owner want to show some data to the end user. That is all these tags. So forms is something different. Reverse. You know what is forms? So forms is something like you can fill some data within the website. So this is to collect some information from the user. Correct? When I look at, I think you know this, so, but I'm just showing. Okay, see here. See, if I look at this website, yeah, if I look at this website, so whatever links or any options you can see drop downs and all. So these all part of just showing data to you, right? There is no way it's collecting data. But the moment I book an appointment, right? So yeah, when I start booking, so यार इतना complex कहाँ है यहाँ पे? You have to look at Hyderabad location. Oh, book video consultant, enter number. See, this is one form, okay? So it is looking for some information from you. They have till now they have provided some information to us. Now it's taking some information from us, and we need to submit the form after entering the field. So it start doing it. I don't want to pay 400 rupees. Okay, no consultation required actually. Okay, so you understand, right? So form something different, which will take users data from users data to the website. It will collect data. So in this way of collection, FB form, if I open my Facebook page will load. So okay, you understand, right? Forms and all, then leave it. Okay, so here, अरे go to Ashok IT ना, इसमें तो रह गया ना एक form. I think form nothing to show because you guys already know about the form. Like for example, contact us. See, they have a form. So when you fill in these details and click on submit, it send data to the, like they want to collect some information. So in the way of collecting information, there are different type of form fields will be there. So how you design the form fields is using some form elements. You know, in forms hardly few tags are there. Only those tags you have to know. First thing is form tag. Okay, the moment you design a form, the outer element, just like a table, outer element is table na? So like every form, outer element always a form. So this itself like responsible for sending form data and all, like handling form data, form submission and all with form. And in the form, there are some tag. The very important tag is input tag. Input tag. So input tag represents most of the input elements of a form. Most of the input elements. For example, you know, this input tag itself for text box, password box, email, date, time, range, what else? Color selection, like many, I think 12 or 15 are there. Only input tag. So how to make a difference for a text box or password box is input is having an attribute called type. Yeah, type. If you say type is equal to, if I say type is equal to text, okay. If I say input tag, tag is same only, tag is one only. If I say type equal to text, you get the text box. And you say type equal to password, it will convert automatically to password box. You can't see the dots, you see only dots. Okay. If I hit email, it makes email validation. If I say date, like date validation, like that, date format will get. Okay. So as soon as you mentioned, so browser automatically display, like change the input element. Okay, based on the type. And we don't need to bother of remembering all these things. If you do control space, you get all these things. Like how many 15 are there, 15 will get. So that's why I don't try to remember also. Okay, don't use your memory for this simple things. Okay, input tag is there, and there are some tags like label tag is there, label tag is there, and checkbox radio buttons also same story, just give checkbox and radio. And there are some tag like select tag. This is something different. Select mostly for the selected elements, like drop down, you can select some element, that one. And there is one more called text area. Text area is something like a comment box. You can enter some comments, right? Yeah. And submit button, reset button also input only, type equal to submit. You get the button. Okay. Reset the form. Also button you get, but it is like this only. Input tag only. Button also input tag only. Okay. Apart from these things, there are few tags like legend and Fieldset. Okay, legend and Fieldset. So these two, I think we'll take a look once we finish this story. Okay. So now let's start with the forms. So why to take, actually my plan is why to take individual variables and understand. These are very simple only. So let's take directly a registration form and include all these things so that you get the clarity. Okay, so एक काम करेंगे. Here I create one 10 hyphen HTML hyphen forms. Let's take capital F dot HTML. Okay, so exclamation tab. So just say HTML forms. Okay. Yeah, submit button and button differences. Submit button is submit the form. Button is something like when you want to uh, like JavaScript event handling, you can see. Apart from submit, you can also have some other buttons, right? When I click on the button, it's go to some other page. But internally have a link, anchor tag you convert into button. Like it is just regular button. Like for example, you click on the button, I want to change the content. Okay, so those apart from form submission, any other button features will be normal button tag. Okay, yeah, wait, you get the clarity. ये क्या करना है? I stopped. I'm not stopped. Now I start again. Okay, forms. So let's take directly the registration form. So first what I do, I'll write division. Okay, like one card. So in that H2 registration. Okay, but for this one you can't get some styles or something. I write basic styles for now. Style tag division width some 300 pixels. We're not doing responsiveness, that and all we'll see in CSS. I want to see the background color. Background color kitna? Background color light gray color. Don't give colorful data. Let's take some 400 pixels. Okay, so keep this center. I think div space h2. Let's say text align center. Not much styles I want to add. Just keep a basic thing. What if it is left side? Not a problem, right? So left it lego. Just give some padding, some 15 pixels. Okay. Slide border radius 5 or 10 pixels. Okay, fine. I think this much form is fine because we are still in HTML. We look at CSS bootstrap models and all we can see. Okay. Last one. Font family Arial. Bas khatam. Yeah, let's start. So in this division, I'll take a form tag. I said, right, whenever form starts, you have to give a form tag. So you won't get you won't get any styles or border or something, just form tag or structural tag. So in this, I want to have mm, input elements and all, right? So you may take each input, you can take one division, input tag type equal to text. If I say input type equal to text, see you get the text box. अरे problem है ना, इसको और एक box आ गया. So I'll give an ID register hyphen form. Problem with the tag selection is this one. Okay, then I go with hash. Yeah, now happy. Okay, I give div here and here also na. So same styles is trying to apply inside division also. Just go with ID, that's better, or class name. What happened, bro? Where is my form? Huh. So here I have a text box, right? So input type equal to text. I'll tell you all different type of input elements, and don't try to remember. Just do control space. These many are there. Okay. So let's try one. So if I say text, just normal text box to enter the characters. Okay. And there is tell, mostly I guess for telephone number or something. Oh, characters and numbers both. It applies some telephone. I think mostly for telephone number. There is some password. Yeah, password is what by default. See, if I say type equal to password, automatically like dots will come. Okay, that's browser specific. And if I say email, it applies some default email validation. Like the moment you submit the form, you get to know. For example, okay, let me write input type equal to submit. Okay, let me write, see, input type equal to submit. Let me write one more division. Yeah, so submit button. So see, I have given what email, right? So if I give type equal to email, so I give ABCD and click on submit. See, you get some validation here. It says, hey, it is missing some email validation. So browser applies some default validation. If you use default validation, your choice, or you can use your customized validation also. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I'll take different, but I'm just showing all together once, and then we will take one. Okay, just showing some example here. Okay, so likewise it takes. Yeah. And also see here, if I just take a text box, so we doesn't know what is that field. Okay, exactly, we don't know what is that field for. Like user doesn't know what to enter their username or password or email or what. So some people, bro, please don't try something on my system. So nothing was mentioned, right? So one way what you mention is label, and the other one is placeholder. Okay, label or placeholder. So label is a sense. So here you can mention a label. So what is that? Is email. Okay, slash label. So any specific like label you mention is an event label tag. So with this you understand. Okay, this I have to enter email. But nowadays I see most of the form no one is using the label. Okay, some forms maybe that depend on a customer choice. So they're adding something inside only. So that's called like a placeholder. So placeholder, they are adding email. See, inside the box only you get some text as email. So you understand it's a email. It's not, you're not typer. It's a placeholder. It's a placeholder. Okay. So you can start typing your email. Okay. Gmail, whatever. Okay. So this way, so either you choose placeholder or label, but both not required because highly not required, right? Because here already says email, then why to mention email? Okay, I go with one field placeholder. So first I start with username. Okay, so username colon. Okay, and this is text box, and you wish to have a placeholder just for this one testing purpose, username. Okay, Fine. Under username, I'll take some BR tag for the next line, some line break. So, and also between these two, there are some what's called attributes will be there. Tie up this label belongs to this input. Actually, not required, but in real time, when you start writing a form, so there you want to tie up label with the input. So using label for something, and this is ID. Okay, this is username, and you must have to mention this ID. So this for an ID should match. Okay, so it represents like Sachin, can you mute? Guys, if you're not talking, then please mute. Okay. So you want to club like combine label with input. You can use the for attribute, and here input is ID, and this one should have a same name so that browser understand. It's just only for browser understandable to tie up these two. Okay. So only for one field I give all this, but for going other fields I won't mention. So time waste. Okay. You got username. Okay, and don't worry, it is just basic HTML form, CSS form, Bootstrap form, JavaScript form, and with Ajax form, forms can come. HTML concept every time we'll get. Okay, so once you start CSS, HTML, CSS both will come. If you start JavaScript, HTML, CSS, JavaScript will come. If you start Ajax, everything will come. Bootstrap also will come. Okay, so don't waste much time now. Yep, I don't need for null time waste things. No placeholder also not required. Yep, need to have a password. So password, it is just password. So you got a password box. Okay. Next, if you wish to have an email, one more BR. So email, the simply you make, it's a default email validation. You must have to mention email field. Okay, this is for email. It's text only, but it applies some default email validation, just at the rate and all. Okay, what else will be there? Username, password, email. Okay, let's take some radio buttons and checkboxes. Okay, copy this. So I want to select radio button, right? So something like skill. This is skill. Okay, the skill is you are a okay. Let's say developer. Something you take. So input type equal to radio. Radio button. I'm asking like you are a front end developer or back end developer or full stack developer, like that. Okay. So you can take gender male or female also. Yeah, developer one radio. So radio has come. But for this, some text should be there. Na? You can write actually one more label something like FE, that is front end developer. So I take one more, paste it. This is BE for back end developer. But ये developer कहाँ से आ गया? That is just one label, common. FE, BE, and one more radio button. This is full stack. Okay, so you are a front end developer or back end developer or full stack. So generally the importance of like the intention of radio button is you can select either one. Okay, so here if I select, I can able to select all, right? So it's supposed to select either one. You know, the secret behind is you have to give a name field. Like these three radio buttons belongs to the developer. So you have to give a same name so that you have to give a same name so that browser understand, hey, these three radio buttons are belongs to one specific category called developer, so that it allows you to select either one of the developer. So your data selection will goes to this element. Okay, and you can also give a value like front end developer. Okay, so what is this value is? Yeah, so what is this value is? See, for example, when you look at the normal these things, right? When you look at this text box and all, whatever you type, that is the value field dynamically what you type. But here no way you have to type, you have to just select it. Okay, if I select FE, you know this FE is different. The FE what is display purpose label is different. Label for display purpose, anything you can write. ये जो FE है ना, this is label. But the moment you submit the form data, that object contains what data? This FE won't be there. Value. Okay, whatever value. If you give front-end developer as a value, so front-end developer add as a object, like objects properties value. Okay, if you select FE, if I select BE, nothing will come because no value here. Okay, you give BE, you may give the same name or a different name, that's not a matter, but what exactly your server is looking, that you have to mention as a value field, because these guys value field not required, because whatever you type, that's a value. And sometimes what happen, right? Some forms already value filled automatically, right? These are all empty fields now, value filled automatically. For example, let's take username, है ना? Placeholder different, okay? So let me apply for the password. So for password, I'll give value. So Rajan 8123. If I give value or Rajan 123, see by default, some value has been displayed by default because that's a value. No one write like this, but if you want to have a form pre-filled, then add that data. Generally, this data come from server, na? So through server, through service, through your front end component, from there to state, from there to here. So you get data from state and you add the value attribute dynamically. So it just add as a here. Okay, so like a value. And sometimes what happens, if value is comes, you may change the value or you make it disable, like using disabled. So it will be having some value and it's disabled. Okay, so like this. Okay, so I think just for understanding, okay, I'll keep it. So you get to know like what is value, what is disable. So, okay. Yeah, what about this guy? I given a same name. So either I can select either this or this or this. Okay. So one more thing, let's take checkboxes. Checkboxes, you can select all. Okay. So let's take another division. Let's take a label. So let's say skills. Okay. Let's say input type equal to checkbox. That was radio. This is checkbox. Checkbox value. checkbox का value क्या रहेंगे? Java. Okay, and just add a label is Java. Okay, you get the checkbox is Java. So likewise, I can select few more. Okay, so Java, HTML. Okay, let's take, you're a full stack developer, na? UI, Angular. Okay, this is UI and this is Angular, like that. So you get, so you select Java, UI, Angular, all. Okay, so this is fine. What else you have? Something like date of birth. So BR tag, let's say division. So what else you have? Just have a label. Label DOB. Date of birth. What else you have? Let's take input tag type is equal to some date you can mention. Time not required. Date. Okay. So it gives automatically. See, if I give data, you got the date. So like anything, you can give range, you get the range selection like this one. Okay. So like whatever, date time also there. So date and time both will come. I think date time local is correct one. So date you can select and time also you can select. Okay. Like this. Okay. Yeah, I just need only date. So date. You can also customize this selection also using JavaScript, and some third-party modules are there. Using that you can customize, like when you do Avibus, you have two dates, na? Like this month and next month. So likewise, you can customize more. when actually looks, when actually develop the actual application like React and Angular, there are some other libraries, UI libraries will have different date formats, so you can use that. So it is just basic HTML one. Okay. So what else you have? Okay, let's take the designation select box. Isco BR tag. Let's take one more division. Label. So I want to select the designation. Just say designation. Okay, for designation, I don't want you to type something. I give some options. You have to select the one. So options you can give like select box. Okay, option tag. So here, let's say generally first option they'll give empty, like select designation, just empty value. So it just comes like this, select designation, empty value. If you select this, nothing will come, empty value will send. And also remember, same like this one, value and this one, display. So whatever you type, right, that is the display, like in the drop down you display. But the moment you select what is actual value send is the value field, because there is no customization, right? You can either select read only data. So this is the value sender. If you select this option, then value empty will send. If I give ABC, then ABCD will send. So generally this will be empty. So next another option, value software engineer. And this is also software engineer. Okay. So you got software engineer. If I select software engineer, you get, okay. You can make multiple options, just 2 or 3. Senior software engineer, senior software engineer. This is tech lead. And this is tech lead. Okay, nothing much, you can pick multiple. Okay, so I have options to select. Okay, and then I want to take some text area, something a different one. So like you can enter some your biography or something like about yourself. So BR tag, I say one more division. Okay, let's text area. So text area, what I want to display here is text area, but you need to have a label, na? So label biography or about yourself, about myself, something. I think there is an issue with live server. About myself, yeah. So for text area, there are some rows and columns. How many rows, how many columns? I say some like 4 rows. You get the 4 rows. And how many columns you can mention? I guess by default some columns will come like 30 or 20. So I make some 40 columns like this much. Okay, it was not fit in the box, so it came under that. I make some 30, so I think it comes like that. I think this only looks good. Yeah, okay. You can resize color styles. You can do a lot of things with CSS, but don't worry as of now. CAPTCHA and all as third-party module. You can't do any CAPTCHA with the basic HTML. Okay. Yeah, alignments you can do with CSS, or you can make table format also. Okay. Okay, fine. So yeah, this is the one very basic table structure. So now you understand like how to fill data and click on submit. So this submit will submit this form data to server. So generally what we do is you have to mention like actually what happens in Angular or React is, so for submit you make on click, you call a function, inside you call the service method. So that service will have server URL. So you collect all this form information, you send that object through service. So that service will send data to the server with URLs and all. So, okay. And somewhere in PHP I saw like form only they give action is equal to direct URL. So they may send direct data, but React Angular you don't do form is equal to action URL like that. You have a on submit function for the form on submit event. So you collect the data, you like frame a proper object and you call service through the React or Angular component. Okay, you can't make action is equal to server URL like that. Okay, And one more thing, na. If I say input type equals submit, I got submit button. Sometimes you see register button, sometimes you have login button. That's very simple actually. Submit functionality submit only. They give some value as login. So you get the login, you say register like that or book anything. Okay, and there is something called reset. I think no one is using nowadays reset. They don't want to reset the form. There is something called reset. So it will just reset the form. Like whatever you have filled in, na, इसको reset करते हैं by default. No JavaScript, nothing required for that. Okay, yeah, fine. So I'm not explaining much about this form. Only we have seen only like structure. When we start CSS, we'll start making the nice forms. And when we start with JavaScript, then I tell you form validations, form submission, everything. Okay, just keep in mind we are only in HTML now. Okay, yeah, it's a long way to go. Fine. A few more I have to discuss actually. Legend and field set. Okay, so what is this legend and field set is? Imagine you have a bigger form. Okay, you have a huge form, like mostly employee registration or onboarding for a company. You have to fill a lot of details like experience, education, like permanent address, current address, like too many fields you have to fill. So if you have a huge form, so what they do is they will categorize like partition divisions. Okay, so this is educational details, this is experience detail, like they can categorize. So for that categorization, we use the tag called field set. You know what name itself will says field is input field in the text box password whatever. Set of fields together you can club into field set object. So a form is the main element. Under that set of fields together field set, and for that field set you can give some heading. That's the legend. Let me give you a practical example so that you get the idea. So ek kaam karenge, let's keep this aside. Let's take field set separately. So 11 hyphen html hyphen field field set dot html exclamation tab. So html field set and legend. Okay, so I think I can stop it, start again. So let me take like collection of fields so you get the idea. So ek kaam karenge na, let's take a form first. So under the form I'll take one what's called a field set. Okay, field set. See, by default field set you get some border that is that is HTML only. And for the field set you take some legend like something like personal information. So like this, see, you get some border and the heading is personal information like this. So under that you can take any amount of what's called elements like division. Let's take label, let's say username. Okay, or I'll just say like first name. So first name I'll take input type equal to text. Yeah, so you got the first name. Okay, so first name, middle name, last name, you can club all together inside. Okay, so first name, last name. Okay, first name, middle name, last name. Okay, so this is personal information and I'll take another division. Let's take label, like email. So input type equal to email. Okay, you want to give some gap, yeah, tag. You can give like you want to have a proper alignments, you go with table, like table one row, table data like that you can go. I think that looks more complex, but someone please mute. Yeah, that looks complex, but it gives a proper structure. You can actually manage with CS also. Okay, so this is one part. Okay, so likewise you need to have one more field set. Copy this, I paste. So just say what do you call technical. So personal information, some technical information. Here also give some VR. Okay, so it looks like a two different forms, but all are same only. Like both are part of a huge form. Okay, so you can give some more fields. I don't know what field to give here. So let me give some styles basically. You can give some styles actually. You can give some style for field set. Field set border color you can change, or background color you can change. Background color some light golden yellow. Okay, and the border है ना? Border you take some 2 pixels solid light. I don't know, pink. I think looks weird. Okay, so this legend also you can take, and also here let's see the font family. Fonts family Arial. Okay, so personal information you wish you can take, that is legend tag. So background color some orange red, color white, little padding some 5 pixels. Okay, slight rounded, border radius some 20 pixels. Okay, something fine. Okay, so you can, yeah, we can divide into vertically, yes, using the grid system of Bootstrap or CSS, but here you can't do. If you wish to do, you have to use CSS only. iframe, don't use iframe. No. iframe is something outdated. Don't use iframe. So if you wish to have side by side, actually, you can make. I tell you one simple property. So age of field set hai na, you can give display inline block. I think this will divide side by side, not coming because it won't fit there. Na, that's the problem. It's not able to fit there, so that's came down. Okay. Okay, we'll see most of the styles in CSS. Don't spend much on. You have to spend much time on tags. No styles. Yeah. In Bootstrap, you have grid system. How many columns, how many rows, and all. Okay. So this is field set and legend, and this whole thing is form. Okay. And where is the form? Form to nahi dekh raha na yahan pe. Okay. So form also you give some style, then you get the idea. So form, give some background color, light gray color. See, this whole thing is form. Give some padding, 20 pixels more. Yeah, this whole thing boxes form. Inside you have small pieces like sections, and hardly you have outside for submit button. Okay, and you have individual submit buttons also, but that is not complete form submit. It's just a button click. You can manage with the JavaScript for half of data. You can manage like a state. Okay, so fine. Yeah, flexbox and all we'll see in CSS. You know, some people already knows about it. Okay, fine. Because I am at HTML class, HTML only. I'll teach now. Okay, start CSS, then I'll look at CSS properties. Okay, then so we are done with this part. Okay, field set legend. Yep, that's fine. Now very important concepts you have to know. Correct. Important things. As of now, we discussed very basic HTML. Now look at something called HTML5 story. Okay, in HTML5, there are some tags. Just tell me, if I just talk about the website like HTML, CSS, you develop website, na hardly. So if you look at website, what will be there in website? Mostly if you develop a website, right? You have like, you have nav bar, you have sidebar, right? You have header and footer, right? So nav bar, sidebar, header, footer, cards, or else I think you can say sections, articles. So these are all part of website, right? Yeah, from HTML5, these things has comes into picture because when you want to develop a website structure, actually there's a long story for these things. If you want to display a nav bar, just a nav tag, just a nav tag. If you want to display sidebar, a side tag. Okay, so header tag, footer tag, section tag, article tag, like that. Okay, and audio video tags also comes. That's fine, but you know, if I just give nav tag, if I just give nav tag, yep. So if I just give nav tag, by default nav bar won't come. See, for example, I mean to say, if I give table tag, you got a table, right? So likewise, if I give nav tag, nav bar won't come. Okay, it is just a structural tag, no size, nothing. Aside tag also same story, but there is a logic and there is a purpose for giving these tags. Okay, so we need to understand that story. Okay, so listen, there is an important story. What is that is, see, for example, what is our main goal of learning UI? Developing websites and applications, right? Okay, so imagine there is a case. There is a case. So I have selected one developer one. Okay, I have selected one developer one, and I ask him to develop one website. So developer one is developing a one website, and one more developer is developing one more website, like developer website two. Okay, developer one, website one, developer two, website two, he's developing. So based on what knowledge they develop, based on what technical knowledge they have, they develop. Okay, so for example, just imagine one case. So developer one and two, like both the websites is having one nav bar. Just take an example. Both are having a nav bar in the page. So assume there is no HTML5 tags like nav tag, aside tag was not there. Assume until HTML5, those tags are not there. So if not there, so how can they divide the page into different sections, right? They have only div tag, correct? They have only div tag. Okay, but if I just give div tag, how can they differentiate this? So this guy will mention div tag only for navbar, and he give a class name, just like he give a class name as like main navbar, something like that. His own class name he given. Okay, and this other person has given just navbar. If I take one more person, he just give only nav, like main nav. Their choice, their own choice, correct? Okay, so they all give division, their own names, and they develop website. And I'm talking only main neighbor, so they given three different classes. That's fine. But ultimately, where is this website will be after you develop a website? What you will do? You will grant the client, like you deploy to some online, and you grant access to the client. Correct. So if you deploy to the online, there is some real cinema starts, not from the development. Okay, so develop as a website developer, you should keep all these things in mind. Okay, remember, okay, this story, keep it aside. Now tell me, for example, Google search engine. So where all websites are connected is through Google, like multiple website through internet network, all these are connected. Okay, so where can you find your website is ultimately Google only. Okay, see, for example, like as you all like Java full stack, so I have typed Java tutorial. Okay, I type Java tutorial in Google. If I type Java tutorial, first I got W3 schools, and then Java T point, and then tutorials point, and then docs Oracle. You know what? Docs.oracle.com, he is the main author for Java. Like he is the main inventor of Java first. And these all the guys are following the specifications of this guy and giving some examples on it. But ultimately, this is the main person, original person, this one. These are all copies. Okay, but if I type something in Google, I got first this one and this one and this one. So as a, you know, and this is the first page. Okay, these many things are, this is just a first page. As Google said, there are 4 pages on it. There are 4 different pages only on this one. So have you ever look at some inside pages? Okay, page number 2, page number 10. Oh, there are multiple. If keep going, so page number 12, like, okay, last page number 12, these many are there. So mindrocks.com also there. Okay. So these many. So, but as a main searcher or Google, like the regular user, they only look at the first page, correct? They only look at the first page. So what I mean to say, this is actually a concept of search engine optimization. It means the basic mentality of a human being is these many results has come, but still people only look at the first page. So ultimately, every developer who start developing a website, they wanted to make their website to comes on a first page of Google. That is the main goal of them. Okay, as a developer, madam, you can stop the video. You can stop the video. That's not required. Okay. Yeah. See, the main purpose is uh, any website developer or UI developer or full stack developer, whoever. So they want their website to comes on a first page of Google. So for that, they apply different search engine optimization techniques. Okay. So and also, I mean to say, it's a long story what is search engine optimization, but remember when you develop a website, it's supposed to comes on a first page. So Google should easily recognize that, and based on what criteria my Google will recognize. There are a lot of criteria and like conditions will be there, but one criteria is Google should easily understand in your website which is navbar, which is header, which is sidebar, which is article. So Google should easily should recognize your website, like where is sidebar, where is header, because they have some priority. Okay, if you write the name, if you write the name itself is Java tutorial on the navbar header, so they give first priority. If it is in the sidebar, second priority. Some footer, it is the last priority. So based on that prioritize, they will like Google search engine, the Google crawler will get your page on a first page, a second page. Based on that, it gives a priority. So it means in the entire story, the Google should identify easily which is navbar, which is header, which is sidebar. Okay. Now come to the same case here. Developer 1, 2, 3 develop three websites they develop. So just for the navbar, he given their own class name, his own class name, his own class name, because there is no restriction to give a class name, right? Okay. So this time people understand, okay, if you give only div, it doesn't match for the class because HTML is a part of tag, right? So only one tag. So it doesn't know, is it a header, is it a sidebar, is it a navbar? So that's where the problem comes for the Google to search in the entire website, which is navbar, which is sidebar. So they come to a conclusion that if you just give a div tag, class can be anything. Okay, if you just give div tag, it's very hard for the Google to understand your website design or structure. Okay, to make the optimization. So that's where HTML5 tags comes into picture. So they have given a specific tags for us. Okay, nav tag, and for sidebar a side tag. Okay, so this person has to give nav tag. Okay, if you want to give a nav bar, you have to use nav tag only. So just by giving the nav tag, you won't get anything. No style, no border, nothing will come. Just a structural tag. So this is to identify the Google which part of your page contains this code. Okay, so it is easy for the Google to optimize your code. And also don't think like, sorry, if I just give nav tag and side tag, will that my page comes into Google first place? No, obviously no. But this is one criteria. Okay, so generally what people do is, so you have to, yeah, there are some meta tags also you have to use. So like this is the general criteria every developer will follow to make a website like Google friendly, search engine optimization friendly. Okay, so that's where HTML5 concepts comes into picture. So remember, whenever you write navbar, sidebar, or footer, header, whatever, you have to use the specific tag only. Even if you give div tag also, you can make, sorry, if you give div tag also, you can make uh, a sidebar, and aside tag also, you can make a sidebar. Using nav tag also, you can make a sidebar, but they have given some naming convention, so you have to follow, correct? Okay, so now we need to understand this nav tag, aside tag, like these tags we are going to understand now. Okay, so and one more concept is like previously what happened in the website, You want to divide the website like into web pages, and each page you want to divide. We were using div tag only. Like in the one single HTML page, you want to have a partitions. You are doing a div, but going forward, don't use div directly. You have to use something called section. The major partition is section, and under section you can take division. Okay, that way it's like major partition in the web page. You make section in that small pieces. You go with div. You can take here also div, but the official standard go with a section. And also there are some articles given. Article tag also. You know, article tag is for writing some articles. You know, people write some blog post on website, right? So if you are searching for Java tutorial or specific concept, so first Google will look at the article tag of all the websites where the name match. Okay, so that exactly the specific article of particular concept will comes into the, like it is easy, like it has to provide the more accurate information for the end user. So you have to develop website also that way. So when you're writing some articles, go with article tag only. Okay, so major section you go with section tag, nav tag, site tag, footer, header, like that, these tags. Okay, so if you finish these tags, then HTML is finished. This is the last part of HTML, and after that we'll focus more on CSS. And once CSS finish, then we'll start doing some website, like one website on HTML CSS together, and then we'll continue to bootstrap. Okay, so I think done for today. So tomorrow we'll focus on all these tags. Okay, so aside tag, nav tag, section, footer, header, article, figure, fig caption. I think some 10 tags are there. We'll finish all the 10 tags by tomorrow. And then I think tomorrow we will wind up HTML. Okay, and don't worry, the all HTML concepts comes at the end of the course also. Throughout the course, you get all the concepts. Okay, so on Tuesday we'll be okay. So tomorrow we'll finish HTML, and Wednesday we'll start CSS. Maybe by Saturday we'll finish the CSS. So by Monday or something we'll start Bootstrap. So whole week Bootstrap. So next week we'll start JavaScript, and then next week we'll start with project. I think November over. Okay, so I think hardly December 9. December. Okay, so December 9 we'll wind up the course with the project. Okay, don't worry. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.
Hello, sir.
So I'll
Sir,
upload this.
I'm having a small doubt when I'm hitting the Go Live server. I am getting a browser page is like this page is not working. Should I have any settings in this Chrome?
You said Chrome as a default browser, so automatically it will open in Chrome.
Yeah, it's opening, but I am getting the page is not working. When I'm searching with folder wise, it is working.
Can you share now?
Yeah.
Okay. So remaining guys, you can leave. Okay. So I'm done from my side. I'll share the code in few minutes. Same GitHub location. Okay. So those who want to leave, you can leave. Okay. 1 second. I stop my share. Stop share. Okay. I'll give options. Yeah. I grant access. Please check now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those who want to leave, you can leave.
So can you see my screen?
Huh.
Yes, sir. I am stopping the server. When I'm hitting the server, I'm getting this page. Can you see my page, sir?
No. I can see only the code. Maybe you're not share the whole screen. You only shared the this reader. You share the full what's called complete desktop. You stop share and click on
Okay.
share screen. You get the option for first option share screen, not the individual tab.
Okay.
So that whatever you tab you open, you can see. Can you share again?
Yeah, 1 second sharing.
Hmm.
This page I'm getting, sir.
One second. People are asking for me GitHub link. Yeah. So this is GitHub link. You can download. Okay. I message in the chat. What happened?
This
550 page not working. Page not working. Go to VS Code. Where is VS Code? Bro, again you did no, do the complete Windows share. Okay. Don't do individual share. You're sharing individual tab, it seems.
now it is visible, sir.
Yes, now. Okay. What happened? Okay, port number. Okay, you run again now. Right click. Open with live server. Okay. Come on. Not working.
When I'm going with folder, it is working.
Okay, I think maybe that extension is having some problem. You can uninstall and reinstall.
Yeah,
Go to
okay,
the
sir.
editor. Go to extensions. Here, the bottom one. Type live server there. The first one. I think you uninstall it. Install again. Okay. Go to HTML anything.
Same page. Is any settings in this Chrome, sir?
No settings actually. It's supposed to open by default. Okay. So when this happening, like after you restart or anything
No,
specific?
from starting, when I'm installed from that time also, I'm facing the same issue. When I'm running with folder, it is working.
Yeah, folder it will work. It is just opens in a browser default. Okay, I need to check actually. 500. Okay, you have another option called live server. I mean, using Node, you can try. So maybe do one thing, copy that path, open some other browser.
Okay.
Sir, port is stopped, sir.
Same.
Okay, this is your network issue. Some network proxy, something was not letting you to use the 127.0.0.1.
Okay.
So yeah, so some DNS settings in your system, maybe you can do restart or check your proxy settings. Is it office laptop?
No, personal laptop only.
Okay, you have administrator access there.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe network issue it is, like in your system network configuration issue it is.
How to fix this issue?
Proxy and I'm not sure. So after restart also it is not working, right?
Yes.
Okay. So maybe. So your administrator access user access now?
User access.
You don't have admin access?
No, I don't think. I don't think.
Is your personal laptop only, no?
Yes, yes.
So you have login to system as administrator or normal user?
Normal user only.
Okay, login with administrator you get.
Okay.
Maybe like because user administrator some network configuration will be different. So we have to look at.
Okay.
Okay, just try it with administrator access. If not, I will also Google it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
try that. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Okay. So thanks guys.
Hello,
Thanks so
sir.
much.
Hello, sir.
Who is this?
Sir, I'm Roshni here.
Tell me.
Sir, my span tag and div tag is not working, sir.
Span tag and div tag. What is
yeah.
that?
Don't know, sir, but I have made one page, sir, one simple page.
Show me.
And yes, sir. Sir, is it visible, sir? My VS code?
Yeah.
Okay.
Align, justify, align, justify.
My page is visible, sir?
Yeah, visible. First project.html.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want that our partners and our course is part in same div, but it's showing sequentially. Same below, so that images I want in one line. It is showing.
Where is image?
That image, sir, core Java.
I can't see.
Out.
Go up.
VS
Where was
Code.
the issue? VS Code is visible. I can see line number 115 onwards.
Sir, this output is visible, sir, my web page.
Again, you share the complete screen, not the individual one. Stop it and share the first option.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, this, sir. All sequential only.
Okay.
I want this our partner section and our course is one line, one div, our features.
Sorry, features, partners, courses.
In one div, sir. But it's
In
showing
one
in one after another.
You want to keep one division in the sense side by side, huh?
No. I have made one division. And in that, I have made one span that our feature should be in one span, that our partner should be in one span, and our courses should be in one span. So it will look like in one single line.
No. If you keep it in span, inside span, you give an H2, is it?
Okay. So shall I show scores?
Show me, huh?
Yeah, this like this. Like this.
Oh, see?
This is one div.
Yeah, that is wrong actually. In span, if you give H2, H2 is this thing, block level element. It always comes in block level only, one after the other only.
Okay.
So I think span can't work.
Okay.
You have to use display inline block. Do one thing, you remove the spans.
Okay.
Keep only H2s.
Yeah. Remove, sir.
But actually you have to, okay, I'll tell you. So structure will be, you have to give one outer division, give either class or ID. Inside each portion, right? Each partition, you take one division. Span won't work. Span only for inline elements. Okay.
Then we can adjust the division width and.
Yeah, you make each portion one small division. And all the three divisions must take one extra like parent division. So for that parent division, give some ID or class. For that, give a property display inline block.
Okay,
so
sir.
Then you get.
Yeah. Okay, I will try, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, right. Okay. So thanks guys. Thanks so much. So let's meet tomorrow and we'll continue HTML and don't miss tomorrow's class because tomorrow we'll